Hi, welcome to Heart of the Home, and my name is Kendra Bailey Morris, and today we're going to be making one of my favorite appetizer recipes. It's a crostini topped with goat cheese, balsamic marinated strawberries, and arugula. It's absolutely delicious, very, very easy, and a total crowd pleaser. So first we're going to start with our balsamic vinegar. And what we're going to do here is take a little bit of balsamic vinegar and a little bit of sugar and mix that together, and our strawberries are going to go into it. And what that is called maceration. And what we're doing is essentially giving our strawberries a little bit of that balsamic ting, but also a sweetness. And on top of that, it's also going to break down the fruit and make it nice and soft so it can go on top of our crostini. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that set aside, and you can see these are going to sit for about 15 minutes or so. Crostini is essentially sliced baguette or bread that's brushed in a little bit of olive oil and toasted. Now you can top crostini with just about anything. In this case, we're going to do it with some goat cheese, and Virginia produces some really, really wonderful goat cheeses. With crostinis, you can do sliced steak on it, you can do cheese, you can just do vegetables, you can do a pesto. There's all kinds of wonderful things you can put on it. So I'm going to take my crostinis and brush them with a little bit of olive oil. And these are going to go in the oven for about, I would say, until they're toasty, about 10, 12, 15 minutes. And they're going to go in about a 350-degree oven. You want them to be nice and brown and crusty, but you don't obviously want them to be too hard. You want them to have a little bit of bite to them still. Now these are going to go in the oven. Now what I have here are some finished crostinis. And this is what you're going for. You want this really nice toasted look. And you can brush oil on both sides or on one side. Doesn't matter. You're still going to get a nice toast with them. I'm just going to put a couple on the platter here. And here is our goat cheese. And the goat cheese is essentially just a nice, soft, spreadable cheese. There's a couple of producers in Virginia that do some wonderful flavored cheeses that have all pesto in them or red pepper in them and all different types of things. But for this particular recipe, because we're working with so many different various flavors, a lot of sweet of the strawberry and a lot of balsamic tang, if you will, a lot of vinegar, we just want a basic goat cheese to pair with this. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and add some goat cheese to our crostinis. And you don't need a ton of it, but if you want to pile it on, you can pile it on. I like to pile it on. And one thing with this particular dish, a lot of appetizers you can make ahead of time. This one, you don't want to make too far ahead of time. You can make your crostinis upwards of a day before and keep them in a Ziploc bag. But if you're going to go ahead and have a crowd over to your house, you're going to make sure that you put the goat cheese on kind of at the last minute, and also the strawberries, because it will cause everything to get soft, including your bread, and you don't want that. And then next I'm going to top with my balsamic marinated strawberries. And if you like, you can add a little bit of black pepper to these strawberries as well. For some reason, it's a very Italian thing. You have strawberries marinated in balsamic and black pepper. It's a beautiful combination. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. Just a little bit. Okay. Now these go on just like so. And just a couple for each ought to do it. Okay, and the final thing that you're going to want to do before you serve these is take some fresh arugula. And actually, in Virginia, there's all kinds of wonderful arugula that's being grown all over the state. So when you hit the farmer's market when it's in season, make sure to get yourself some. And I'm just going to pour a little bit of olive oil on here and toss it around. And arugula is going to play in really nicely to the black pepper that we have in this dish, since arugula is naturally peppery in flavor. And then finally, we're just going to top each one of these with just a little bit of arugula. And if it kind of falls over the side, don't worry about it. This may not be the cleanest dish to eat, but it's really, really delicious, and it's really beautiful. As you can see, the colors with the red, and you have the white and the green. It's very Italian. And there you have it. We have crostinis with goat cheese, balsamic marinated strawberries, and also arugula. This is a wonderful dish that you can make for your family and friends. It's wonderful for entertaining. For the Heart of the Home, I'm Kendra Bailey Morris. Let's get cooking.
Recipes from the heart of the home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafarmbureau.org.